Good afternoon, everyone. In the last class, we have studied the experimental verification of Compton effect and also why we cannot observe Compton effect using visible and ultraviolet light. We have also seen that there are some limitations of old quantum theory. That means the particle nature of electromagnetic radiation is not enough to explain all of the phenomena of microscopic particles using quantum mechanics. We have to have some other properties of electromagnetic radiations to explain some other phenomena. Now ये सबको पता है, everyone, you must have studied, you must have read about de Broglie in your 12th standard. Now what is de Broglie hypothesis? De Broglie कहता है that every moving material particle is associated with the wave character also. सबसे पहले हमारे पास जो माइक्रोस्कोपिक पार्टिकल्स हैं, दे कैन बी इलेक्ट्रॉन, प्रोटॉन, फोटॉन. अगर हम कहते हैं द फिनोमिना लाइक इंटरफेरेंस एंड डिफ्रैक्शन, they are explained if these are assumed to consist of waves. The polarization of electromagnetic radiations, they further confirms the transverse nature of these radiations, whereas the phenomena like photoelectric effect and Compton effect can be explained only if electromagnetic radiations are assumed to consist of packets of energies which are called photons, which travels in space with the speed of light. So from this we can say that a radiation is said to have a dual character. It can behave as a wave and as a particle as well. Depends हम क्या स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, उसके बेसिस पे we can use either the wave nature or the particle nature of radiation, whichever of the two suits to explain a certain phenomena. अगर हमें इंटरफेरेंस डिफ्रैक्शन स्टडी करना है तो हम उसका वेव नेचर कंसीडर करेंगे. अगर फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक या कॉम्पटन इफेक्ट स्टडी करना है तो हम उसका पार्टिकल नेचर कंसीडर करेंगे. अब डी ब्रॉगली ने क्या बोला, अगर इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशंस वेव और पार्टिकल नेचर दोनों शो करती हैं तो why not electrons and protons? De Broglie suggested that if radiations can behave as waves in some experiments and as particles in the other experiments, then one must expect the particles like protons and electrons to exhibit the wave nature under some suitable conditions. इनका particle nature के बारे में तो पता था, De Broglie ने बोला तो ये भी wave nature शो करनी चाहिए, और ये बाद में पता चला. डिवीजन और जर्मर एक्सपेरिमेंट हम इसमें भी पढ़ेंगे, उसने क्या डेमोन्स्ट्रेट किया था, द वेव नेचर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. ठीक है. नाउ वी विल डिराइव द डी ब्रॉगली वेव इक्वेशन, व्हिच इज द वेरी फेमस वेव इक्वेशन, लैम्डा इज इक्वल टू h अपॉन p. तो डी ब्रॉगली ने ये इक्वेशन डिराइव करी यूजिंग द इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रेडिएशन. इन ऑर्डर टू फाइंड, अगर एक पार्टिकल के साथ वेव एसोसिएटेड है, वेव का हमें क्या पता होना चाहिए, वेवलेंथ, particle ka mass, velocity. So in order to find the wavelength of waves when a particle behaves like a wave, consider a photon of frequency nu. What is the energy of a photon? E is equal to h nu, where h is the Planck's constant whose value is 6.6 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joules per second. E is equal to h nu hota hai, sorry, the value of Planck's constant is 6.6 into 10 raised to power minus 34 joule second. E is equal to h nu hai, nu is 1 upon t, h is equal to E into t, so the unit of h is joule second. Now अगर एक फोटोन वेव नेचर शो कर रहा है तो उसकी एनर्जी h nu हो गई, और अगर वो पार्टिकल नेचर शो कर रहा है तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द आइंस्टीन मास एनर्जी रिलेशन उसकी एनर्जी हो गई mc square. So this energy 1.31 should be equal to the energy 1.32. if a photon is exhibiting both the natures, so h nu is equal to mc square और mc is equal to h nu upon c. न्यू c को हम लिख सकते हैं न्यू इंटू लैम्डा, सो mc is equal to h upon lambda. पर mc क्या है, mc मोमेंटम हो गया ना, मास इनटू वेलोसिटी, दिस इज द मोमेंटम ऑफ फोटोन. So this gives p is equal to h upon lambda, or the very famous relation lambda is equal to h upon p. So de Broglie suggested that, however, this equation has been derived for photon of radiation, but it is applicable to material particles. According to Louis de Broglie, if m and v are the mass and velocity of a particle, then its momentum will be m into v, and the wavelength associated with the wavelength of the wave associated with the particle is lambda is equal to h upon p equal to h upon mv. This equation is known as the de Broglie wave equation, where lambda is called the de Broglie wavelength and the wave associated with the moving particle is known as the de Broglie or the matter wave. So lambda is equal to h upon p. क्या बता रहा है, left hand side is giving the wave nature of particle. Lambda is the wavelength of the wave associated with the particle, and in the right hand side h is a constant. We have p in the denominator, which is m into v, where m is the mass of the particle, v is the velocity of the particle. So right hand side is giving the particle nature of photon or any moving material particle. So this equation, this relates the wave nature with the particle nature of every moving material particle. Now next is the alternative method to derive de Broglie equation. You don't need to do this derivation. If in the exam it comes out that derive the famous de Broglie relation, then you can simply derive it using the photons of electromagnetic radiation. No need to do this derivation. This expression u is equal to c square upon v, we'll talk about this expression later when we'll talk about wave mechanics. Now next is the de Broglie wavelength of accelerated electrons. बच्चों एक चीज का ध्यान रखना, ये जो de Broglie relation है lambda is equal to h upon p, इससे related numericals एग्जाम में आ जाते हैं, जो वैसे बहुत सिंपल है बट समझ में आना चाहिए. ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट है, एक्सेलरेटेड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स की डी ब्रॉगली वेवलेंथ. देखो इसको इस तरीके से डिराइव करने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसका सबसे सिंपल डेरिवेशन जो है वो मैं यहाँ बताती हूँ. देखो दिस इज द काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ एक्सेलरेटेड इलेक्ट्रॉन. ठीक है, काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या होती है, हाफ mv स्क्वायर. ठीक है, अगर मैं मास को मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड करूं न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर में, ठीक है, तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या हो गई, हाफ mv स्क्वायर है, मैंने मास से मल्टीप्लाई और डिवाइड किया तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी हो गई हाफ m स्क्वायर v स्क्वायर अपॉन m. m इंटू v क्या है, मोमेंटम है, तो m स्क्वायर v स्क्वायर क्या हो गया, p स्क्वायर. तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या हो गई, E इज इक्वल टू p स्क्वायर अपॉन 2m. E is the kinetic energy, P is the momentum, M is the mass of the electron. तो यहाँ से P हमारे पास क्या आ गया, P is equal to under root 2 m E. Okay. Now what is this kinetic energy in terms of charge and potential? We have to consider an electron having mass m, charge E, accelerated under a potential difference of v. मतलब हमें लैम्डा को इस फॉर्म में डिराइव करना है कि अगर हमें इलेक्ट्रॉन का m, E और v पता है तो हम उसका लैम्डा निकाल सकें. काइनेटिक एनर्जी क्या होती है इन टर्म्स ऑफ चार्ज इनटू पोटेंशियल, चार्ज एंड पोटेंशियल सबको पता है, E into v. Now substitute this value of E in this equation. Momentum क्या आ गया? Under root 2 MeV. Now what is de Broglie wavelength? Lambda is h upon p. Substitute this value of p here. So lambda is h upon under root 2 MeV. This is the final expression of de Broglie wavelength of accelerated electrons. H की वैल्यू पता है 6.6 into 10 raised to the minus 34 जूल सेकेंड. इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास पता है 9.1 into 10 raised to the minus 31 kg. चार्ज पता है 1.6 into 10 raised to the minus 19 coulombs. Substitute here. Lambda comes out to be 12.27 under root V into 10 raised to the minus 10 meters और 12.27 under root V in terms of angstrom. तो अगर हमें एक्सेलरेटेड इलेक्ट्रॉन की पोटेंशियल गिवन है तो वी कैन इजीली फाइंड the wavelength of the wave associated with that moving electron. For example, the de Broglie wavelength of electrons accelerated through a potential difference of 100 volt is ये आ गया. This is same as that of X-rays. Thus, the wavelength of de Broglie waves associated with the electrons having 100 electron volt energy is of the order of the wavelength of X-rays, but the two are quite different from each other in nature. Okay, तो जो wavelength निकल के आई electron की, if they are accelerated under a potential difference of 100 volt, it comes out to be same as that of X-rays. इस प्रॉपर्टी को यूज किया गया था बेसिकली टू determine the experimental nature of electron. So in the next class, we'll study the experimental verification of wave particle dualism. The first one is the division and Germer experiment, which determines the wave nature of electron. ये आपने 12th में भी पढ़ा है. It is just a repetition. And the next one that we'll study is the G.P. Thomson's method. After this, we'll start with the wave packet and the very famous Schrodinger wave equations.